Love is in the Stars. And I'm coming to you today with some amazing news, which is that, oh my goodness, my 26th wedding anniversary is today. I can't believe it. And I don't know when you're watching this, but when I'm making this, it's right now. And hubby went to bed. He goes to bed early, but that's okay. We had an amazing time. And I wanted to share because 26 years, I mean, good God, that's completely insane, right? That's a really long time. I haven't done anything for that long. Oh, actually, I've been an astrologer that long. But uh, I'm so grateful, and I'm so proud of us. And it's a combination of we're insanely stubborn, both of us. And what's that old joke? We didn't ever both want to get divorced at the same time, right? But I'm bummed. But I wanted to share some thoughts because in talking to people for over 30 years now, and really my whole life, which is over 50 years now, in talking to people about their love lives, so often what I find is the best people who have the most love to give and the most compassion and the most empathy and would make the best partners are often most suffering in love and most often single. And it took me years of pondering this. Like, why is this? Why are the best people often the most single? Now, sometimes, yes, it's in the chart. Sometimes their love karma is just extra challenging. Sometimes this incarnation isn't that great for love. I'm not going to lie. That's why, thank God, there's dogs and cats in the world and friends and movies and massages and baths. You know, love is everywhere, not just from men, right? Thank God. But for most people, love is absolutely possible. It's very rare. I see a chart where I'm like, oh, this is hopeless. It's very rare. And usually those people didn't even want it that badly. So for those of you that really want it, I really believe if you really want love, if it's really a calling of your heart, you can have it. And there are some thoughts I would like to share on this auspicious occasion that I wish for you. So here's what I wish for you. One of the things that gets you to 26 years and beyond, because we know a lot of people who think we are rank amateurs because they're at 45, right, or 57. One of the things that gets you far in love is recognizing that every relationship, every person comes with its strengths and weaknesses, right? And comes with its limitation. And that you're never going to get everything you want in one person. And if you do, you're never going to get it every time you're with them, right? They're not always going to be in a good mood. They're not always going to be thoughtful. They're not always going to be fun, you know, even the best person and even someone you're extremely compatible with. So my husband and I we're so fortunate. We really like each other. We're really friends. We're still attracted. We have a lot of fun. We have a lot of the same values. And what I really appreciate we're both able to do is we're both able to take what we like and leave the rest, right? We're both able to focus on what we enjoy, what's working, and not take it personally and not hold on to things when they aren't working, right? And so we're both pretty good at letting things go. And in my experience of working with a lot of people, this is a skill I wish more people were good at. And I wish was taught more. This idea that, you know, people are going to disappoint you and people are going to have bad days and they're going to be in bad moods. And they're not always going to be as thoughtful and kind and wonderful as you would like, you know? And it's just, it comes down to, are you getting enough, right? Are you getting enough? And are your core needs met? And if they are, if your core needs are met, then maybe some of that beautiful perfectionism that you have, that beautiful idealism that you have, that someone never let you down, or that someone always be there for you, or always be your knight in shining armor, or always be your hero, or always be your prince. Like, watch out if you have any of that kind of language. And because it's just not life, right? It's just not life. I always joke there's like two kinds of men in the world. They're either kings or princes, right? Others would say these are life stages of every man. But a king, I talk to women all the time that are with kings, and kings are kind of cooked. You're not going to totally influence a king. You're not going to change a king's mind. You're not going to get a king to see your point of view about something he's been doing for a long time, or he's been, believing for a long time. If you meet a king, you got to really accept the terms of the king. They really want a woman to be on their chessboard, so to speak. They want a woman to say, oh my gosh, sire, whatever you say, right? And what you'll get for that is kings have castles and kings give diamonds. They have crown jewels, right? And they'll protect and provide. A prince, on the other hand, is going to be more amenable to different points of view and to new ways of being, because he's not fully cooked. He's not fully formed. But because of that, he probably doesn't have a castle. And he probably doesn't have crown jewels. And you might have to protect and provide for yourself, right? But a prince will be a ton of fun and might absolutely cherish you, but it's not going to have to be his way, right? So these are kind of, archetypal choices. And of course, we all know guys that are combo platter, the guy who thinks he's a king, but really he's prince. The guy who's like a broken king, where it has to be his way. He won't even listen to anything else, and he doesn't provide, right? Anyway, I could go on and on, but all to say, please, please, please get really clear what you are looking for, what your core needs are, and there's a million models for this, like your love language, your archetype. I'm a big fan, obviously, of astrology, finding someone you're compatible with, which my husband and I are very fortunate. Our charts are great together. But in all of that, there will be 10 to 12 things, this is relationship research, that are irreconcilable between you. There will absolutely be 10 to 12 things in every relationship that are not what you like or would have preferred and are not going to change. And you can beg and plead and cry and stomp your feet and negotiate and drag them to therapy and wag your finger. But at the end of the day, that's going to be the deal, no matter who you're with. And this is true of friends too. There's always going to be stuff that you wish was different. And every person and every relationship has its limitation, right? Maybe that guy that's great with your family and great with your pets and great with your friends isn't great on holidays, right? Or maybe that guy that is thoughtful and kind and supportive and can talk about feelings and can, tell you his innermost thoughts is a little more insecure in the world. And maybe that guy who is great in the sack isn't great at talking, right? Or maybe that guy that's great on holidays and great on vacations is kind of moody when he's home. I mean, I could go on and on, right? So it's really good to know who you are, what you most require, and then get really clear who's the other person and what are the ways they're going to disappoint you, right? I can tell you right now the ways I disappoint my husband and the things he wishes were different. I talk too much. I mean, hello, you're sitting here right now. I talk too much. I have too much clutter. I have too many animals. I have too many friends. I'm too busy. I spend too much on my hair, but isn't it awesome? Doesn't my hairdresser do the best job? Um, if I showed you my files, you'd be horrified, right? He's always threatening that hoarders is going to come over, and I stay up later than he does. He goes to bed early. He begs me every night to come to bed, and I'm like, nope. I have stuff to do. I'm going to make a video or five, right? So yeah, and I'm not going to bore you with uh, the things I wish were different about him because I don't want to embarrass him, and I have talked enough. But you get the idea, right? So don't hold out for the perfect guy that doesn't disappoint you in any way. You will never find him. And if you're in a relationship with someone that has hurt your feelings or who isn't behaving in the ways that you would like, by all means, dialogue about that, communicate about that. But if they keep being the way they're being, then that's who they are and that's who they're going to keep being. So you always bringing to them disappointment about that same thing over and over and over is only going to make them shut down around you and make them feel separate and make them feel bad. So focus on what you do like, lean into what is working, appreciate and enjoy the good stuff, the yummy stuff, and see if you can shake the rest off. That is how you have long relationships. So anyway, you knew that already. It's good to be reminded, right? Uh, if you enjoyed this, please click like and comment, and I'll stay up late and make more videos soon. So again, choose to be happy, and you might just find you actually are. That's all for me. Good night. Mwah.